All right, now on to one of my favorite subjects as a sales manager, sales director, now as a chief sales officer, that I love to help companies and sales associates with in setting people. And that is going to be data, KPIs, trackers, Google Sheets, formulas. I love this stuff. And I built it all out for you to use. This is so important because I've worked with businesses that make emotional changes in their business with no data to back up why they're making the change. If you make emotional decisions in your business all the time, you are an artist. You're not an entrepreneur. If you make changes in your business backed by KPIs and most important number drivers and data, then you're an actual real entrepreneur running your business. If you make emotional changes in your business and you pivot and you pivot and you pivot, you're going to pivot and pirouette your business right off a cliff and you're never going to recover. I've seen this happen a lot in businesses. They make a change. After 7 days, it doesn't work. They're like, we need to change again and we need to change again. Stop doing that. Most changes you're going to make in your business, you need 30, 60, or even 90 days of data to prove, is this actually working or not? A lot of things are seasonal. There's times of the year where show rates are going to be bad. It doesn't mean you need to change everything. Stop doing that. Stop making emotional decisions. So this module is going to be a little bit different here in the resource vault because I'm going to take time to fully break down this document and the importance of it. And this is your personal sales tracker. It's going to give you all the statistics and all the data that you need for the day, for the week, and for the month. So let's jump in. We're going to go to Sales Professional Weekly and Monthly Tracker. Click on the module. Of course, click on the hyperlink, and it's going to bring up our Excel sheet. What we want to do here is go to Files, download as an Excel sheet, and then we're going to put it in our Trackers folder. You're going to make 2 subfolders in your Tracker folder, a Sales Tracker and Setter Tracker, and you're going to open up your Setter Tracker and then drag it into here. Now, from there, we want to go into our Google Sheet, and one major call out here is make sure you're not writing anything in the template. The template is something that you're going to right click at the start of every month and duplicate. So we're going to click duplicate and we will use October as an example here. Next thing you're going to do, put your name in there because you are a sales shark. And then we are going to adjust the dates. All right. This is set up through Monday through Sunday, not how our traditional calendar, the very first day of the week for us is going to be Monday. Now, if we go to our calendar, we're going to see that October starts on a Tuesday, all right, not a Monday. So we're going to delete here and we're going to we're going to double click. When we double click, it's going to open up our calendar and we're going to go to October 1st. I then want you to hit Command C on a Mac or Control C on a PC, highlight all of these other cells, and then Command C or Control V to paste in the values. You're going to paste in the values across all of these here. And the reason that we're doing this is due to the fact that we don't want to have to double click and navigate 5 months down every single time. So this will allow us just to double click, be in October, and quickly select the correct dates. I'm not going to bore you by doing every single one of these, but we'll go ahead and just adjust the first couple months. Again, I'm just double clicking here to pull up the calendar and just change the dates. A little time intensive at the beginning of each month, but it's well worth all of the data and KPIs that you will get. Now, what we have going across the left-hand frame here is scheduled calls, calls that reschedule, no-show you, calls that cancel. So they're literally reaching out and saying, hey, I need to cancel the call. Calls completed. This will give you your show rate. Qualified calls, so calls you made an offer to, how many closes you had, the cash you collected that day, and then how much that contracted amount was worth, because we're going to get a PIF today, but then MRR, monthly reoccurring revenue, in the future. So if we use a hypothetical example, I had 5 calls today, 1 rescheduled, 1 ghosted me, and I completed 3 calls. It's automatically going to put in your close percentage for that day. Don't ever type anything into any of the gray areas. That's where the formulas live. Now, not every call are you going to make an offer to. In the health and fitness world, it doesn't happen that much, but sometimes you may disqualify or someone just might not be a fit for your program and you refer them out to someone else. But in this example, we made 3 offers that day. That day, we had 2 closes, and now we have a close percentage. I want you at no less than 50%. If you're at 50%, you're doing a great job. You're at 65%, you're doing an amazing job. If you get above 70% consistently every month, then that just means you need to raise your prices. Now, in the offer that I teach, there's an enrollment fee, and then there's monthly reoccurring revenue. I want you to base this upon at least 6 months. So $750 collected today. Then there was 5 months of, we'll just say $250. So that's another $1,250. I'll pull out my calculator here just so you can see this. I'm going to do $750 today plus, all right, hitting the plus sign, $250 times, hit the times, 5 months. That's a total of 6 months. So the contract for, if it was just one deal, was $2,000, okay? Let's just say that was one deal, all right? But if this was 2 deals, then this would be $1,500 collected today, and then the contracted, we're just doubling that, is worth $4,000. Now let's just go ahead and put some more data in here. I had 1 call, I completed 1 call, I made 1 offer, I had 1 close, $750 enrollment today, contracted value, sorry, we're adding the 5 months plus the $750 today, all right? If I do just a couple more, 3, someone canceled, I completed 2 calls, I only made 1 offer because I disqualified someone. I closed that call. We're $750 and $2,000, right? If we extrapolate all this data, and I'll just go ahead and copy this for sake of just seeing what it looks like, we're going to get our KPIs and our numbers, obviously for each day, but then you're going to get that accumulated for each week. And then over here, you're going to get your monthly totals. So I had, for the month, in this example, had 18 calls scheduled, 2 rescheduled, 2 no-show, 2 calls canceled. I completed 12 calls. I had a 66% show rate, which is very good. I love to see it around 75. I made 10 offers. Out of those 10 offers, I had 8 closes. I had 80% offer rate and 80% close rate. And, for these 2 weeks or so far for the month, I've done $6,000, but I've contracted $16K. Our no-show rate for the month is 11%, and our reschedule rate is also 11%, just for the sake of simple math. We want no-show to be around 9% or below. 11%, we're splitting hairs. It's not that big of a deal, but you do not want show rates more than like 9, 10, 11%. Reschedule rates, you could hover around 15%. But if you're getting a lot of no-shows, we need to look at where's the lead source? Are they cold? Where are these leads coming from? There could be some salesy stuff from the moment they book the call to the moment they get on the call. It could be the season, like August and September, no-show rates are higher because parents got their kids going to school and college, people finishing vacations. So certain times of the year, no-shows and reschedules will be higher. But generally, we want at least 50% close percentage, 75% show rate, 9% no-show or lower, and 15% reschedule or lower. And you want to use this every single month. It takes maybe 10 minutes to set up every month, right? And so if I was to do the next month, we'd hit duplicate. I'd come here. I'd put November. I'd make sure that this was in chronological order. I'd drag it over here. Again, I'd come in. I got a clean document. I'd look at when November starts. November starts on a Friday. So I'd clear all this out. I'd come here. I would then go to November 1st. I would copy, spread this across, and I would start updating this here. All right. So that's how you use this, guys. It gives you really great data, really great feedback. It allows you to know what's working, what's not working, and run your business non-emotionally.